I'm Sidney Franklin with That's My Entertainment, and not only are we excited about the movies and the shows coming up, you also have a book that you recently wrote.
I do.
It is so awesome, by the way.
Thank you. It's really cool. It's called Dream Jumper. Available now on everywhere, Amazon, everywhere. But it's a scholastic book, so it's in the book fairs at schools. It's a graphic novel, and book 2 this is book 1. Book 2 is coming out in September. My son had a dream, and he woke up and he couldn't go back to sleep. So I said, "What's your dream about?" And he said, "I was like a superhero. I was able to jump in and out of my friends' dreams and save them from their worst nightmares." So I was like, "What? That sounds amazing."
That's $1 million idea.
Exactly.
Stay awake, grabbing laptop.
Right, grab laptop. We're going to pay for college. So Dream Jumper was born, and I co-wrote it with Lucas Turnblum, who's an amazing writer and illustrator, and he illustrated the whole book. And so that's what I'm here at Coimc Con promoting.
Yeah, that looks absolutely great. And I remember to go into those things as a kid, and I'm always like looking through and honestly, I would look through and find the best picture. And just looking at the graphic on that is really cool.
It's awesome.
It's
really
pretty
cool.
Yeah, and so stuff like that, the opportunity to come down and not only talk about stuff we've done, like Big Ass Spider and Tales from Halloween and Star Wars and Buffy and all, but then we also have a project together called Joyrider, a documentary that we just finished shooting, actually.
Yeah, about 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah. Claire directed it.
It is the story of Andrew Kajlich, who's a wheelchair athlete. He is a double amputee, lost his legs in an accident, and he became this ultra endurance athlete. He spent 3 years trying to qualify for this race called Race Across America. And this year he qualified, so we followed him and his crew from Oceanside, California to Annapolis, Maryland. He hand-cycled in 12 days. He slept only 90 minutes a night, and he set world records, course records, hand-cycling records, every record.
3,000 miles on a bike with no legs in 12 days. You have to think about that.
Your arms.
And Claire and Pablo Durano, who's an amazing cinematographer and director, they both directed this together. I produced it, and we're really proud of it.
Yeah.
We're really, really proud of it. And Bianca Kajlich, Andre's sister, she's a producer on this as well. And Andre is just a hero to so many people. We wanted to tell his story.
That's incredibly exciting. Is this something that, were you there for his training process?
It's really funny. Andre, not only is he this incredible person and this incredible athlete, he doesn't have a coach. So he just self-trains. Everybody else who goes into this race has a nutritionist and a coach. And Andre, he works a normal job. He has a wife. He supports his family with his day job. And he is this is his passion. It is not his job to be an athlete. He is like you or I, except he has gotten, very, very much into this sport. And so training, he would try to ride, he tried to do 250 miles 250 miles on a Saturday and then 250 miles on a Sunday back to back, because he only really had the weekends. He would bike to work in the morning, 60 miles to and from work. But there wasn't a lot of training that he could afford. So he kind of, in a way, he knew what he was getting into, but he was going in a little bit blind.
Yeah. People can go to Joyrider Doc, D-O-C, Joyrider Doc, all one word, .com, and check out the trailer. We did a Kickstarter campaign. That's how we funded this. And now we're in the process of editing, and it's going to be, hopefully, a big documentary. It's very inspiring.
Yeah.
I already feel inspired just by listening to this brief little story and just seeing how someone who's self-motivated and just has their heart and passion inside of something.
That's really well put. That's exactly
it. Absolutely. And it's really, he is a symbol for anyone who's ever felt theoretically held back by their own, flaws or perceived disabilities or anything. And, the thing I love is he's a real inspiration to veterans who come back and are, lost limbs in combat or in war. And they come back and they feel very disponent, and he will fly down to Walter Reed, which is an amputee center, and he will teach them things that someone who is able-bodied would never know. And so they literally learn to walk from Andre, who has, when Andre had his accident, he doesn't have a femur on the right side at all. So he only has his hip bone. On the left side, he has about this much of his femur, 6 inches. And so they said, he's not going to live. Then they said, you know what? He's not going to ever sit up. And then they said, absolutely, he will never walk with prosthetics. He can't. There's no way. Well, 18 months later, he was back living in Prague with prosthetics because he felt like, if I'm going to be able to live my life as fully as I want, I'm going to go back to where this accident happened, and I'm going to challenge myself to live in the most unhandicap-friendly city in the world. And so that's just his spirit. That's who he is. He's
also
amazing.
Funny. He's a funny guy. He's a really good-looking guy. He's got a beautiful. His wife is so sweet. I mean, he's doing the right things. He's living an extraordinary life, and it just shows. You know, it's like you get these cards, do with it what you want, and he's doing the right thing. I mean, and you know, yes, you look at this and go, I'm never going to complain about anything again, but it's much more than that. It's like he inspires you to do everything you can with what you've got. He's amazing.
That is amazing. I'm really excited to learn more about Andre and read Dream Jumper.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm like, yeah, you have no legs, 3,000, but did you write a graphic novel?
No, he did not. maybe on his spare time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
That's my entertainment. What's yours?